All right, everyone, come have a seat. Let's just center ourselves and get ready. Sitting up tall. So I had a very interesting experience yesterday I wanted to share with you because it speaks to things that I'm always mentioning about how we create a story from what we think are facts. But they're not facts, they become our truths, which are two different things, fact and truth. So I have a friend who I like very much, who I haven't seen in a while. And the last time I saw her, she must have invited us over for dinner, me over for dinner. And I said, no, we'll just go out. We'll just go out and then we'll meet somewhere and we'll go out. So yesterday we walked for probably an hour and a half. And then finally, before we said goodbye, she said, I have to ask you something. Did Mark get sick last time I made dinner for you? Did you not like what I made? Did my husband talk too much? Is that why you don't want to come to my house? That was her story. She took a little idea when I said, let's go out. That's the only fact she had. And she created this whole story. So it is a painful story because that's the story our minds will always create, our sad or fearful stories. I'm bad, I'm not good enough. I couldn't help it. I started to laugh. I laughed so hard I lost my breath because none of those things were true. And I'm so glad she asked me. The truth is, I know how hard it is to make dinner and plan dinner and serve dinner and clean up. And I didn't want to put her out. That was my side of it. So if she didn't say something, she would never have known, and we could never have cleared it up. So as you sit up tall and draw your shoulder blades down your back, I want you to close your eyes and start to deepen your breath. Inhale through your nose, drawing the energy all the way up from the pelvic floor, up through the crown of your head, sitting up tall. And then exhale slowly through your nose, finding a heaviness in your hips and your thigh bones. And see if you can just listen inside, as if you're looking up into your third eye, and listen to the stories that we create in our head. They're always going to be fearful stories. They're always going to be negative stories. Rarely are we going to take a little piece of fact and make a fabulous, wonderful story. Unless, of course, we're being sarcastic, which is one of my favorite things to do. So we ask questions. We look for some more information. We look for the black swan. Yeah, we keep looking until we find out what the real story is. Take one more big full breath, finding that intention of yours. And then slowly open your eyes and shrug your shoulders, lifting your shoulders up towards your ears and then releasing them back down. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Continue just like that as you lift and lower, clearing out all kinds of stuff in the back of the shoulder blades. Those scapulas get really sticky. Now you're going to shrug your shoulders and roll your shoulder blades back and down. Up again. Roll them back and down. Last time. Shoulders up and back and down. Keeping that, extend your arms out. Squeeze some imaginary oranges or some peaches in your hands, like you're squeezing some nice firm peaches, so that you feel the energy in your fingers all the way up your arms. And then you're going to roll your arms forward and roll them back. And roll them forward all the way, and all the way back. And move with the breath. Exhale. And inhale to open up to a better story. Exhale, look inside. What do we think we know? Based on what? And then inhale, open it up. We all have our wounds. We all have our buttons. And we come from that space. With my girlfriend, I just don't want to make a bunch of big dinners anymore. And she says her love language is food. And it just didn't match. Now slowly you're going to lengthen your arms, lift your arms long, keep rolling them, experimenting right into the shoulder blades, all the way up, moving with the breath. Just want you to really feel your breath. Take your elbows back. Don't give up the integrity of your shoulders. Yeah, and just roll it and roll it and roll it. Good. So you come back to T. Take your right hand to the earth and reach all the way over. And then inhale to center. And beyond. Exhale. Make sure you keep your left hips grounded so you have a nice groundedness and a nice lengthening in the left side of your body. Now, if you stay with your breath, you'll do it slow and mindful. And when you start getting distracted, it's going to become rote. So let's try and stay with the breath, or come back to it anyway. Take 2 more. Exhale and inhale. Good. Last one. And inhale. And all the way back up to center. Notice how my left shoulder is higher than my right. That means I lengthened. So now you're going to take your left hand to the earth and reach all the way over. Exhale. Inhale. Find your rhythm. Notice your stories. Based on what? Let's just take 2 more. Got much to do today, as always. All right, last one. Let's take 1 more really present right now. And back to center. Lift your shoulders, roll them back and down, lift your heart. Inhale, circle your arms up and twist to the right. Stay nice and long on the spine. Oh yeah. Inhale back to center and all the way to the left. So you're moving at the rhythm of your breath, really mindful and slow, because that's how we're going to move today in this practice, no matter what we're doing. Because anything worth doing is going to be effortful. Inhale, exhale. Imagine you're greasing up your spine with your breath and movement. And all the way back to center and release and right into table pose, hands and knees. And even though we do this every time, because it's really important, you still want to start with a conscious placement of your fingers. And then when you're ready, you round your back, look at your belly, lift the pelvic floor. And inhale, reach your heart forward, lowering your chest towards the earth. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Inhale, reach your heart forward. The more conscious you are of pressing your fingerprints down, the more powerful you'll get in these poses. And you are very powerful. Good. Take 2 more. Exhale and inhale. Last one. Lift the pelvic floor. We're going to work on pelvic floor on Monday, guys. Inhale. And back to center. Extend your right leg out to the right. Oh yeah. Take your hips back. Walk your hands back and circle your arms all the way up. Exhale to the right, all the way over. Inhale to center. And over to the left, however far left you choose to go. You can always put your hands on a block. And use your core to come up and exhale. So you're moving with the breath. And if you can keep that pelvic floor lifted, that is always a good idea to strengthen that muscle, especially as we mature. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Last one, all the way over. However your all the way looks. All the way to center. Take your bum back as if you're sitting back in a chair. So you're going to start getting into the hip flexors. You're sitting back with your hips, but you're walking your hands forward and wide. Your heart slides forward and your hips reach back as you release your head towards the earth and get a big stretch in your hips. And breathe into that. Nice. And inhale all the way back to center, extending your right leg in front of you. You don't need to do all my gyrations. Exhale back, and then inhale forward. So your hands can be on blocks on the floor, or you can take your hands to the earth, exhale, and you can come all the way up as you inhale. And exhale. So you find your bob, you find your thing, right? These are just options. It's interesting how tight we get every single day because everything we do in our life tightens us up. And old habits, as we know, die hard. Let's take one more. Stay back for one breath. Just take an extra breath here. Step into your right foot. Take one less Anjaneyasana. This is what it's called. And then take your hands to the blocks or the floor. Right knee is at 90 degrees and come into that twist. Opening it up, lift the left waist, lean back. Inhale and then exhale. Right hand to the earth, softening your elbows. Inhale up. And exhale. Soften your elbows. Maybe your forearms will reach towards the earth. There's no goal here. It's only about the journey. Notice your breath. We inhale and look for the evidence. We look for what we think we know, and then we exhale and go inside into that unconscious. It's a forest that we'll never really know, right? Last one. Then make your way right into a down dog. So your shoulder blades hug together, and however you get there is great. Good. Now you're going to come onto your tiptoes, and then reach your heels towards the earth. And lift, and lower. And lift, lower. Lift, ooh, lower. Lift. Lower. Now I want you to widen your stance almost as wide as your mat. And slowly you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet. So you're standing forward, fold at the back of the mat. And I just want you to notice that. Press your feet down, lift the belly, and circle your arms all the way up. Good. Grab your left wrist and lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Grab your right wrist and lift. Exhale to the left. All the way back up. Now you're going to bend your knees, take your hands forward and towards the earth and onto the earth, bent knees. And you're going to slowly walk your hands back forward into a plank pose, lifting the belly, shoulder blades up together. And then you're going to lower your knees to the earth. Take a breath. As you extend your left leg directly out to the left and circle your arms up. Take your left hand down the left leg, reach. Inhale to center. Exhale the other way, however you go. And open it up and exhale. Good. You know what to do. When we have doubt, We're always encouraging each other to give each other the benefit of the doubt, because the doubt is doubting a story we probably created in the first place, right? Inhale, exhale to the left. Inhale back to center, tip forward, take your hips back. You're sitting back in a chair, but your heart comes forward. And then you're gonna reach your heart forward and sit back and deep into the hips. Release your head, your heart, notice your breath. Big stretch here. Good. And inhale all the way back to center, extending your left leg. I'm gonna just move so you can see me. Left leg forward, flexing the left ankle, you know what to do. And then inhale, find the place. Exhale, draw back. Inhale. Oh, exhale, yummy. Inhale. And exhale. Take a little extra exhale here, getting a nice stretch in the left hamstring. Then step into your left foot. Inhale to twist, lean back. Exhale, soften. And you're going to take a few just like that. With the breath, so there's no rush. Notice how you can lift the right waist up. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Take your hands to the earth. Lift up your back right knee, lifting and lowering your hips, and simply step your right foot forward beside your left. Forward fold. Good. Find your breath here. Inhale and circle your arms all the way up. Bring your palms together to your heart center and release. So we're going to take a band. I'm taking my tighter band first, and I'm taking it around my body behind me, so it's more towards my waist, and lower a little higher than my waist. And I'm going to take my arms into, what do you call this? Goalpost. Okay. So we're going to sit back and come up and sit back. So I'm in goalpost. My elbows are about 90 degrees, about as high as my shoulders. And then as I fold back, I'm going to squeeze my forearms together and open it up and squeeze together. So you know you can adjust your weight, your resistance, I mean. Inhale, big heart. Exhale. Are your shoulder blades down your back? So you know how to adjust it. You shrug, and then you drop them down. And sit back. And open. And squeeze your forearms. Keep your elbows high. Good. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, squeeze those pecs, open it up, 1. Now you're going to keep your elbows toward each other and simply lift. So I'm lifting and I'm just sitting lower. Lifting. Elbows toward each other. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and release. Woo! You guys feeling the love? Shake it out. All right, now you're going to need the longer band. So I'm going to take my blue one under my right foot. I'm going to step right into it. Like I do with my kids, I step into it. And I'm going to take, we're going to start with a bicep just on the right, with your right thumb up. So it'll be like a hammerhead grip. Okay? So I'm going to take my left toes back. If that doesn't feel secure enough, you find a place that feels good. Okay, so I'm going to lower my left knee and extend my left inner thigh. That's really, really burns up the right glute and the left inner thigh. But as I lower, I'm going to lift, a little more resistance here, lift my palm up, my hand up, thumbs up, and lift. Right into your bicep. Lift. Exhale. Really hear your breath. Get as much resistance as you can on the right bicep, focusing on that. And I like to focus on my left inner thigh. Yeah. And 8, 7. Good. 4, 3, 2. Now I'm going to stay low. I'm just going to do 8 little ones. 8, 7, not fast, just slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. And I'm going to step your left foot forward halfway. Now I'm going to take the band in my same right arm, still stepping on it on my right foot, my right arm. Shoulder blades down. And I'm going to get right into my shoulder. I'm going to lift and lower. And remember, there's nothing honorable about doing anything more than feels right. Lift and extend. No higher than your right shoulder. You exhale. Get it right into your belly. Yeah. Keep your right arm out to the right. Try not to drift forward. You can drift a little bit, obviously, but not so much that you're getting out of your shoulder. Yeah. And 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, last 1. 8 little pulses. 8, 7, 6. Not fast. 3, 2, last 1. Oh, release. You guys feel that love there? Oh yeah, that feels good to me. And just kind of shake it out. And notice how your right body, your right shoulder feels different than the left. So let's go right to the left side. I'm stepping my left arch, my left foot on the band. And we're going to start with the bicep. Get your footing, test it, see if that works for you. Thumb up, left thumb up. Shoulder blades down your back. And lift. Need more resistance. And lift. Yeah. And lift. My thumbs up. Thumbs up, guys. We're going to take any information we get, the little tiny facts we get, and we're going to make a thumbs up story, a positive story, right? Good. Get lots of resistance. Fire up the right inner thigh. And 8, 7. This is the full size. 6, 5. The full movement. 3, 2. Last 1. Stay low. And little pulses. 8. Little movement. 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, last 1. Oh yeah. Now get your footing. You know where we're going. Right arm out to left arm out to the left, right? So I need a little bit more resistance. And open. Left shoulder. Those shoulders, if we don't strengthen them, can give us all kinds of troubles. Now you can use a weight here if you like, if your band's not long enough. Or no weight at all. You know that. You can always use no weight. Yeah, here we go. And 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, last one, 8 little pulses, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, let's just take a little yoga break here. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up, make sure your feet are grounded. Exhale and fold forward. Oh yeah. Inhale, look halfway up, take your hands to your shins, really reach your heart forward. See if you can lengthen your legs, lift the belly. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step all the way back to plank. Good. Keep your belly lifted. Knees can be up or down. And then lower your knees now. Lift your bum. Soften your chest towards the earth, especially for the first one. Walk your hands back so your fingertips are about at your armpits. And then you're going to slide your heart forward, lift into a cobra or an up dog. Oh, yeah. And right back into a down dog, which is kind of where we started. Lift your belly. Now this time, I'm going to invite you to heel toe your feet to your hands, or your hands to your feet to get into a deep forward fold, into the flexors and hammies. Press your feet down. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up, and bring your palms back together to your heart center. As you release, and we're going to come back to our upper back, but mostly our chest, and I'm going to take my green band back behind me once again. Remember this? Oh yeah, fun. And elbows are high and open. And squeeze the pecs. And exhale. And inhale. Good. Keep the elbows high. They're going to want to get low. Might sit a little lower. And 8, 7, 6. We don't want those chest muscles to get tight. 5. Plenty of room for our heart and our lungs to breathe. 3, 2. Last one. Keep your elbows together and lift. And lift. So they're not exactly together, unless they are. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, last one, and oh, holy mackerel, Batman. Shake that out. Just kind of shake it out. Because you know where we're going, right? Last set on the right. Step your right foot on your band. Now, if you don't want to step back, this is kind of fun too. I'm going to give you 2 other options that are really fun. So we're going to start with our bicep. Actually, this time I'm going to do it with my palm up. I'm not going to do the hammerhead. So you can step forward and back. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Or you can stay back and lower your knee. That's fun. Or you can go into a curtsy. So you find your way, find your footing, and then let's get into our bicep. Make sure you got plenty of resistance. So it might feel a little cooked up by now. You might need a little less. Good. Palms up, right palm is up. Keep your right hip back if you're in the curtsy, please, because the right hip will wander forward. And 8, 7, 5, 4, good, 2, last one. We're going to stay low and just do 8 little halfway. 6, 5, 3, 2, last one. Oh, you guys did it. Okay, find your footing for the right shoulder last time. Got it? Right foot, right side. So I'm simply gonna, I'm gonna come into warrior 2, crescent warrior and lengthen, bend both my knees and lengthen both legs. This is really good too. And lift. So you can just stand, because I'm really most focused on that right shoulder. If you have your footing like me, you're gonna have to look at something that's not moving. See if you can keep your right arm out to the right and make sure it doesn't go any higher than your right shoulder. Nice long arm to get into the shoulder. Good. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 3. Let's just do 8 little pulses. 4, 2, and oh, that was good. We are done with that. Shake it out just a bit. Oh yeah. And because our bodies are going to feel kind of lopsided, we're going to go right to the left side. So step on the band with your left foot. Find your footing, whatever it is. I'm just dancing around here. You find what works for you. My left palm is up. I got a nice choke on the mat, on the band. Palm up. And I need more. Yeah. So if you have a TheraBand, the blue band is looser than the green. You might need a little bit more. You might need to choke up a little bit more on the band. Keep your left hip forward. It's gonna, well, actually keep your left hip back. It's gonna want to wander forward. Belly back. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, last one. Stay low and 8 little halfway, but not fast, just 8. It's 4, 2, feel every one of them. And release. Oh, that was good. So I'm just going to hold on to my band because I want to do one more thing standing, and then we're done with all of this. Can you step on your band or your tube in the middle and simply choke up onto it right and left? I just want to lengthen and lengthen from side to side. So you don't even have to lift your hands. You can just move from side to side. That's enough resistance. So if your band is shorter, that works. So we're getting into the abdominal complex here. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Now that our shoulders are nice and strong, our chest, we're going to get into our upper back. So remove your band just for now, but keep it a while. Keep it there. We're going to come into Utkatasana, shins forward, bum back. So sit back into your bum. And inhale, circle your arms up. Exhale, twist to your right. Let's get a nice twist in here. And just really feel that twist. Lean back. Oh, yeah. Like you're rigging out a spine. Your spine. Inhale back to center. And then just notice how it feels on the left. And it will feel different. And just get into it. Inhale, Utkatasana, Fierce Warrior. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step back to plank and either take a half vinyasa or make your way right into down dog, whatever floats your boat, right? And we're gonna all meet in down dog. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward, preparing for warrior one. Grab your band and come all the way up into warrior one. So we've already cooked up our hips a bit, right? But now we're going to work into our upper back. So you're going to take the band under your front right foot as you're in warrior one. Keep the right outer hip back. Come deep into warrior one. You're going to dip forward and we're simply going to roll. Now you can straighten your front right leg and then bend. Your gaze is slightly forward so that your ears are in line with your shoulders. So your upper back should be saying, oh yeah, that feels really good, because we did a lot of chest work and this is the opposite muscle. So really row your boat. Good. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, all the way up. Remove the band, leave it not. And you're going to come right into warrior two. So get into your feet, right toes out to the right. But we're going to do triceps here. Yeah. So you're going to take your band behind you. Make sure your right thigh bone's out to the right. Get your feet right. Nice long spine, shoulder blades down your back. You're going to dip slightly forward and you're going to take your arms back behind you, palms up. You're going to soften your elbow and then extend your arms as you pull the band a little wider. Soften elbow and extend. You move with the breath, okay? Yeah, got that? Okay, now if you want to straighten your right leg and come into it, that's fine. Soft elbow, right into the triceps. Soft elbow and extend to pull wide. And extend to pull wide. And extend. This is really cooking your triceps without, I don't know. It seems so simple. And 8, 7, keep your arms up, 6, 2, last one, and release. Yeah, let's get rid of our band. Pivot your feet parallel, take your arms to T, and come halfway forward. Make sure your knees are soft. So your legs are straight and long, but there's a softness in your knees and your belly's lifted. My hand's on your belly. And maybe you'll take your hands to blocks or to the floor. Maybe you'll adjust your feet. And just come into a lovely forward fold here. You can inhale to lift your torso, take your inner thigh bones, roll them back, and then fold into it a little deeper. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, halfway up. And fold right into yourself. Come halfway up. Press your feet to the earth to soften your knees. And come all the way back up. Take your hands to the front of your mat, which is going to be, I think, where your right foot is. And you're going to come right back into down dog. Oh, yeah. That was a lot of work. So what do you say we come into a child pose about now? So widen your knees onto the mat. Take your hips back and get a nice stretch here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Take a few breaths here. What story have you been looping in your mind? What evidence do you have? Take another breath here. And make your way back to table. Exhale into cat. Take your hips back as you cat. And then inhale forward into cow. And exhale round your back in a cat. And inhale. And then come back to a neutral spine. Belly's lifted, heart soft. Lift your knees, take your hips back. And then unravel nice and slowly right into a down dog. Checking out your fingertips, your belly, your breath. Inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Exhale, step your left foot forward, having your band nearby. Make your way right back into your warrior one, this time on the left. So make sure you got that all together. And then you're going to take your band under your front left foot or your tube or whatever you got. Okay. Left outer hip is back. I'm going to start with a nice warrior one, knee forward. And I'm going to roll, pull back. And maybe I'll straighten my leg. And then pull back as I come into that warrior one and inhale. So I'm pulling right into the upper shoulder blades, upper back. Good. So row your boat as deep as you can. 8. 4. 2. Last one, hold it. And release the back. Right into warrior 2 on the left. Good, make sure you got it all nice to go, getting together. Your left toes out to the left. Your left heel and your right arch are aligned. Your spine is long. Remember what we're doing now. Triceps. Good. So we're going to lean forward, extend our arms back. And soften and extend to pull it wide. Soften, pull wide. Soften, extend right into the tricep. Keep your arms high. Good. And pull. Extend it. Keep a nice resistance on the band. So you feel a nice connection in your triceps. And 8, 7, 6. You can straighten your leg, your left leg if it gets to be too much. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 8 little pulses wide. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Yeah. Roll your shoulder blades down the back. All right. Now we're going to come into a goddess. Because we are all goddess-eyed, right? All right. Bend your knees. Up. Bend your knees. Up. Good. Now, you're going to take the band in front of you, low, and you're going to pull it up. Just pull it up in front of you, widening across your clavicle. And so I always have resistance here. Now you can straighten your legs, or you can keep it low. Good. And 8, 7, 6, 4. So I still have resistance when it's below. 2, 1, and release. Good. And step your feet together. Stand up tall, shoulder blades down your back. Lift your shoulders and release. And lift, release. And lift, roll down your back. Nice and tall. Good. Now widen your stance just a bit to make your way into your yoga squat. I really like to do this often because this is where we want to be able to do a lot. Yeah. All right. Stay tall. Full breath. And all the way to seated. Good. Oh yeah. Draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug around your back. So we're going to get right into our core here. And as we do that, I'm going to take my heels to the earth. I like to flex my ankles here. And I feel like if I know, if you press your heels to the earth and isometrically draw them back as if they're stuck and you're trying to pull them back, you're going to get right into the adductors, but also the pelvic floor. Really cool. Good. So without a band, what we're going to do is open to the right and close. But my top of my pelvis is tipped back, and I'm going to stay tipped back. Now, that's without the band, just the right side. Now, if you want the band, obviously, you need a nice long width. You're going to come back to center. So it's going to release. Exhale. Stay tipped back, no matter how you do it. Take a break when you need one. Good. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, last one. All the way to center. Draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug. Notice how your right side of your body feels. Now we're going to go right over to the left. I'll turn around. Set yourself up with a nice flexed ankle, drawn back so that you can feel it into the pelvic floor. Yeah, that's my new shtick, I guess. And find your way to top of the pelvis. Has got to be back to engage the core. And open to the left. Back. And twist. And exhale. Release. Good. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Open it up and back to center. Good. Sit up tall. Cross your shins and start to fold forward. Just see where that gets you. So notice which shin is forward. For me, it's my right shin, and I'm just going to release. Get a nice stretch in my low back. Good. Press your thigh bones down to come all the way up, and then change sides. Yeah. Sit up tall. and fold forward. Round your back, release your head. But stay with that breath, that big, deep Ujjayi breath, that yoga breath. Press your thigh bones down to come all the way up. Now extend your legs nice and long in front of you. Okay. Take your right hand toward your chest, give yourself a hug, roll your right ankle. And then step your right foot high up into your left thigh, walking the left outer hip back. Make sure my tailbone is nice and clear. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. And then exhale and fold over your left leg. So just see where you get and release your chest, your head. Just get a nice stretch here. Breathe into it. It doesn't matter where you go, right? It just matters that you're feeling a stretch. So it's all the journey. Good. Press your thigh bones down to come all the way back up. Then you're going to lift your right knee up and step your right foot over your left thigh, sitting up tall. Your long left leg, you're going to slide to the right, or you're going to bend your bottom left knee. That's an option. I like to massage my belly outside my right thigh and either hug your left shin, your right shin, with your left arm, and look over your right shoulder, or you can take your elbow, left elbow outside the right thigh and just get a nice lift here, nice twist. Breathe into it. Now I want you to look to your left and tip your chin down toward your shoulder or your chest and get a big stretch in the right side of your neck, the right shoulder. Nice breath here. And then come all the way back to center. Extending your legs nice and long, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left. Take your right hand and reach towards your right toes. But if you can't get that, just your right ankle's fine. Left hand is out to the left. And you're going to release your torso, release your head, release your heart, and flex your right foot so that your right toes reach forward. And you're going to get a big stretch in the right shoulder here too. I want you to feel that shoulder stretch. Breathing into it. And then come all the way back up. You know, guys, the quiet parts in this practice are the hardest parts for most people. Take your left knee in towards your chest. People cannot handle the quiet. And it's so amazing that you can, and it's such a wonderful skill. Okay, step your left foot high up into your right thigh. Just make sure your hips are nice and open. Inhale, circle your arms up, aiming towards your right thigh bone, and then fold into that fold. Just see where you get. I know my right hammies are tighter than my left, so I'm not going to get so far forward as I did on the left. Exhale into it, and inhale out of it. Keep your thigh bones heavy to the earth. Your belly engaged. Even your pelvic floor lifted. Make that a habit. Press your thigh bones down, come all the way up. Yeah. Take your left knee, lift it, and step your left foot over your right thigh. And either take your long right leg to the left or bend your bottom right knee. If you choose, hug your shin, your top left with your left shin, sit up tall. And I'm going to massage my belly to the left, get a nice twist to the left. Really bring everything out with a long spine. Look over to the left. Now that you're twisted, you're going to look to the right. and tip your chin toward your shoulder and get a stretch in the left shoulder and take a nice breath here. Then come back to center. Extend your legs long so that your left ankle is crossed on top of the right. You're going to take your left hand towards your left toes. If it's available or close to it, right hand is out to the right, and simply flex the toes and ball your foot forward, releasing your head, getting a nice stretch in the left shoulder. And breathe into it. It's that breath. It's all about the breath. Press your thigh bones down, come all the way up. Draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug, round your back. Now, we're going to come back to the earth now, which is where we came from, right? And we're just going to tip the top of the pelvis back. This is really important so they can really roll your spine to the earth. Take a big inhale and either extend your arms up over your head if it's available or towards the sky. And see if you can extend your legs long. Get a nice big inhale here. Open to a positive story. Now, one vertebra at a time. We're going to lift first the atlas and the axis, and then the thoracic spine, the lumbar spine, all the way over. You can fold forward, give it a stretch. And then slowly from the top of the pelvis back, you're going to roll your spine back to the earth, all the way back down. Inhale, all the way up. Good. Take your right knee in towards your chest here. Roll it around. Extend your right leg nice and long towards the sky. Interlace your fingers behind the right thigh bone, not your knee. Press the leg forward as you hold it towards you and down to the back of the hip. Then extend your leg long. Inhale. And then exhale slowly, as if it's a leaf. Just flowing, flowing, flowing to the earth. Exhale. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Roll your left ankle. If there's any gas left in there, get it out. Breathe into it. Extend your left leg all the way up to the sky. Interlace your fingers behind the thigh bone. Press the leg forward as you hold it towards you and down. Big inhale. With a smile, you exhale slowly. Release your left leg towards the earth. And with that exhale, you make your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. And allow the practice deep into your body, into your unconscious, and take rest. Start rolling your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, extend your arms up over your head. Exhale through your mouth. Draw your knees to your chest. Roll to your right side. Just be there for a moment. Setting your intention to create positive stories from the little tiny facts that we accumulate. Little tiny fact and truth, two different stories. Make your way to a seat on your mat. Bring your palms together to your heart center. And in this way, we lift ourselves and we lift the world. The light in me honors that light in you. Stay. Let me undo the recording.